Culottes are an item of clothing. Originally the knee breeches, commonly worn by gentlemen of the European upper classes from the late Middle Ages or Renaissance through the early 19th century. This style of tight trousers ending just below the knee was first popularized in France during the reign of Henry III. Culottes were normally closed and fastened about the leg, to the knee, by either buttons, a strap and buckle, or by a drawstring. During the French Revolution of 1789 to 1799, working-class revolutionaries were known as the sans-culottes, literally, without culottes, a name derived from their rejection of aristocratic apparel. In the United States, only the first 5 presidents, from George Washington through James Monroe, wore culottes according to the style of the late 18th century. In military uniforms, culottes were a common part of military uniforms during the European wars of the 18th century. Later definitions. The women's fashion industry commonly takes words that have historically been used to describe men's garments and uses them to describe an entirely different garment, often creating confusion among historians and history students and readers. For example, currently, the term culottes in French is now used to describe women's panties, an article of clothing that has little or no relation to the historic culottes. The term sans-culottes has been used to refer colloquially to mean going commando or not wearing panties. Women's culottes. Another latter-day use of the word culottes describes a split or bifurcated skirt or any garment which hangs like a skirt, but is actually pants. During the Victorian era, long split skirts were developed for horseback riding so that women could sit astride a man's saddle rather than riding side saddle. The term culottes was co-opted from the original French definition of the word to describe these split riding skirts. Later, split skirts were developed to provide women more freedom to do activities such as gardening, cleaning, bike riding, etc., and still look like one is wearing a skirt. Skirts. In place of the term culotte, the term skirt is more widely used in some areas. While some garments sold as culottes resemble short trousers, to truly be a skirt it needs to look like a skirt. Thus, they differ from trousers or shorts by being much fuller at the bottom than at the waist. A skirt is shorts that have a front covering to resemble a skirt, or short pant legs with the same length or longer skirt sewn over the top. Some culottes have a part sewn over only the front. Some are shorts with a skirt sewn over them. While these may not be completely the same, they are often called by either name, so either term can apply. School uniforms. Culottes are used in school uniforms for girls. They can be used along with skirts, or they may be used as a replacement for skirts. Culottes are worn as part of a uniform mainly to primary and middle schools. Culottes were also part of the uniform of UK brownie guys, up until recently, when the uniform was modernized and the traditional brown culottes were replaced.